Okay, let me make sure it's working, everything. I see people coming in. I will highlight people when coming in. Sorry. I want to make sure this. Make sure it's working, everything. Okay, cool, it's working. Give more people to come in. Let me highlight the first person. Barry Johnson, salute for coming in. Thanks for everything. Waiting for more to get more people, and we get started. And just to take and chill. I don't have no particular subject. Whatever comes to mind, I will go with the flow. Y'all, let me know. Make sure I don't got none in my teeth. Just waiting for more people to come in. So there's 3 people. Say hi, folks, so I could get started. In a few minutes, just getting started. See, I'm on time. Where each time is getting easier. Setting up everything. Audio and video is on point. Thank you, my brother. Let me highlight that. Salute. Salute. So I'm ready. I'm hyper. I'm here. With that said, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna do the intro. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. This is Tech for Your Needs, and today we're gonna do some housekeeping. Let's keep it professional, respectful on the comments. And I will invite people. I'll just put the word invite. I'll say through it. If you're part of the replay crew, don't forget to hit like, comment, share. Those are wonderful things. Much appreciated. We close to Christmas and the New Year's coming up. I'm grateful for everybody that's here. I'm happy. I'm hyper. Excuse the noise if you hear it. I live next to a supermarket. I'm in the back. And if you hear church bells and all that, so, and everything, so. So yeah, so let me go over here. Hey Shay, thanks for coming in. So yeah, so if you have any particular subject you want to talk about it, excuse me, write on the comments and everything, and just let me know, and I'll direct the narration from that. No sponsor, but I'm gonna grab it. Best drink. This is the flavor. Oh, over here. I'm not in my webcam. I love it. Let me take a sip of that. Gotta be dehydrated. It does wonders for my soul. So yeah, I had a good Thanksgiving. How everybody was Thanksgiving, how everything was. Coming back, grateful for this month. Gonna do my best and hit the topics. Well, hey, how you doing, Sharky? If anyone wanna be part of the live stream, just put the word invite. And I think if you're worthy invited, I'll invite you. No disrespect to nobody, but just want to make sure with that. So I don't have no particular subject, but I want to bring a subject back up that we don't talk a lot. And I don't want to mix it with 2 subjects, content creation and also live stream, because that's part of content creation. I want to bring it back because I talked about it, but I want to talk more in depth on that. Y'all let me know if that's the subject you want to hear. That's what it came on top of my head, and I want to talk about that. A little bit more water. Hey, so I'm breathing either parched or dehydrated. So yeah, as far as content creation, you don't need to break the bank to be a content creator. I talked a numerous various topic about that before, but I want to bring it in because this month I think I'm gonna do recaps on subjects that I talk and everything, like mental health, not retouch, and also bring guests and everything. because I do deeply. I'm into the mental creation part of it too, but I digress. That's another subject for another day. So yeah, on this, I'm grateful for everything and everything. Yes, this year I got a big gift. I bought a CB1 and I also won another CB1. I'm grateful for that and everything. Hey, call me lucky, whatever. I always get lucky. I don't know how people just come at me. Oh, you must be, hacking the system or doing something. No, I don't do none of that. I'm not a coder. I don't know how to code. I know a little bit, a line command and DB, whatever you root your phone. So yeah. So let me get back to the comments because I don't want to. Yeah, Barry, two CB1s, and I think I'm gonna talk to you because I got an idea about, if you don't mind, DM you and talk about the two angles that I'm doing. I want to top down, and then I want this one to be the A row. So when I talk to people, I want to show a product. Talk about that product, and then I could cut that up and convert it to a video. Have the live stream and convert that to a video. Kill two bird and one stone, and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking. Salute to phone take a work. And Savage, right here, making sure I do it right. Savage scientist. And let me check something else. So yeah, so that's what I was thinking, because some people think they gotta break the bank. If you already got a computer, all this medium and software are, internet software, they're not intense resources to your computer. So Melon, StreamYard and stuff like that. You don't need a lot of resources. A potato computer could run it. You could buy like an EPOC cam, and you could use that as a software for your webcam and basic lighting, and you improve. Look, I improve. I come a long way, just little by little, just increasing and working. Let me see. I don't want to miss nobody. And Gorgeous Goddess is here, the princess of Followable. So she's here. Let me salute her. Thanks for coming in. Hope you got a drink on deck, like we talked earlier. Enjoy the time. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. 3B Darrow, hey, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Anybody want to get invited, just put the word invite and I'll invite you. So I don't mind having guests and whatever. So yeah, so on content creation, on the content creation, you don't need to break the bank. So if you want to become a live streamer or you want to do video, you could do what are affordable and stuff like that. there's many stuff you could buy and stuff like that. So therefore, that part it could be easier. See, everybody comments, I gotta have this camera, I gotta have the latest and greatest of Sony, the top of the dog. But no, I repeat again because this is a recap. This month's gonna be a recap of everything that I did every Monday of every year of the whole year that I did. I mean, if you're producing potato and you go to the next level, you're gonna produce potato. Upgrade your skill first, and then work what you have and master what you have, and then move to the next level. That's all you do. I'm still in auto, but it's working. It's great. So I'm in focus. Look how fast this camera focus. Boom. I'm in focus in 2 seconds. That's the power of Sony. That's why I'm with Sony. It's eye tracking and everything. So if I'm moving and I'm doing like this, boom, boom, boom. If I go like this, boom, boom, boom. See, I see it. It's a wonderful camera. Yes, I worked hard to get it. That was my goal. That's why I didn't get no new phone. Honestly, I got that camera, and that's good for live streaming. Let me go over here and read everybody's comments. Yep. Oh, chilling at work. See what Gorgeous Goddess says. Saying what's up to everybody. Holla at your boy. Salute. Thanks for coming in, brother. Yeah, I'm just hyper. So yeah. So what it is that people think they need to break the bank, and it's not like that. I mean, learn the skill, hone your skill, work better, and learn everything. And off that, you improve little by little each day. And then those skills are valuable because you can make money outside. Could be an editor and stuff like that, and little gigs here and there and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, James Apple? Anybody want to get invited? Just put the word invite, and I'll send you the link. So, so yeah. So getting back to the subject, this could do a lot. Video, biographer, streaming, webcam, and stuff like that. So therefore, I don't have the product showcase on. So and all stuff like that. So therefore, you don't have to break the bank. So that's what it is. People think, oh, I need this, and that, this, and that. No, you don't. I mean, I prove it. I got a photo that is a photo that I got so many tweets on it. It was done by this phone. It was so amazing. So I mean, you just gotta learn the skills and everything. Let me go and see if I can find a photo. Give me a second because I'm going to Twitter quick. So yeah, I want to see. I should have screen share, but oh, okay. Let me send the link to somebody. I want to make sure I don't forget about this person. So let me go send the link. Give me my apologies. I'm sending the link right now. Bear with me. Okay, there goes the link. Let me go back over here. So this could do a lot. Let me look for that photo. Give me a second, folks. I send the link to that person. So this is what I'm doing. Profile. And let me see if I can find a photo. And I want to show you the photo. I hope it is not bare in there. Trying to see if I could find it. Hope it's not. Give me a second, bear with me. So I send the link to the person. Wait. This photo. Let me see if I could screen share this photo. I want to find it. Let me look for the photo. Let me go over here. So I'm trying to go to. Let me see if it'll let me go to my profile. So yeah, so I want to see if I can find the uh, the. Okay, it's coming up. Give me a second while I find the photo. It's almost getting there. Okay, it's a little bit more. It's being slow. Thanks for your patience, folks. I'm getting there. Um, come on. It's not that far. Let me see if I can find it. Where's the photo? Oh, this one. So let me go back to the photo. So yeah, I don't know if y'all could see the photo, but let me see. Okay, let me bring in my guest. First, let me share this photo before I bring the guest. Here goes the photo. There's the photo. That photo is amazing off this phone. If you got a knife for photos and do anything, you could do it. Well, let me stop sharing that and let me bring my guest in. Here we
Yo,
go. There's my
what's up,
guest.
Lewis? What's up, Lewis? How you
Give
doing?
me a second. I can't hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Is it with my mic?
Yeah, no, let me give me a second. There you go.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, Lewis? How you doing today?
Not much.
Yeah,
Shoot, shoot. Yeah, my bad. I forgot that I'm invite you, and I'm like, what the heck I'm doing?
nah, yes,
Yeah,
Barry. That's it. I'm in the building. What can I say? I appreciate Lewis invited me second time in a row, right, sir?
yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, you own it. I give credit where credit's due.
It's
Yeah,
like
just messing with you.
Yeah, it's like two times over and everything, because I think it
Yeah.
was like what on Tedder on Wednesday. I
Mhm.
was on his stream on Wednesday. So yeah, this is the second time I've used this mic.
So far, it sound good.
Yeah, I think you got the Apogee hype mic. I've been using it for some live streams and of course some school projects. So that's kind of what I
Oh,
use it
you're
for.
stream too?
Oh yeah. No, man.
Oh, I never knew that. So yeah,
Oh.
so the topic that I'm talking about is live streaming and content creation regular because live streaming is a big part due to the fact that I want to talk about that because what I'm doing this month, since it's the last month of the year, I'm recapping all my live streams, like giving more
Mm,
in depth what I talk about through the whole year. So I
mm.
guess that's a good way to go about it. Yeah,
Okay.
because people seem to fall once you get the hang of live stream. This is very important. The rapport, the ease of talking, the not being scared, stuff like that. But also, you got to get your equipment good. You don't need to break the bank. You could use this and be good,
Mm-hmm.
and you could do a lot. So, what is your take on that?
I mean, that's true. I kind of even put in the comments, like, up a little bit earlier to where it's like, I think people should be like better storytellers than actually just buying a bunch of gear and just not using two-thirds of it. And I think that can be said, like, because I think YouTube and was it I watched this
Thanks
video from
for coming.
I watched this
Mhm,
video from Sean Canal, like on from Thick
mhm.
Media, and he literally said to the effect of like, you don't need like the best equipment to get started. You just need to just hit record. Whatever you got, that's what you got going on to work with. And me and you have been into some clubhouse rooms with some people that are above our
Mhm.
statures, but yet and still, I get yet and still like they like saying, "Yo, bro, you don't even need that. You can just work with two iPhones if you want to.
All right,
If
let
you
me tell you something that people forget to. Sorry to interrupt you. This or anything you have, master what you have, learn what you have, then upgrade your skills, and then move on to the next gadget because your skills already match that. People know. People want to jump to the latest and greatest without. If your phone, if your video is potato, it's gonna be potato no matter how much money you spend. You gotta upgrade your
Mhm.
skills, and the people miss that. Storytelling and upgrade your knowledge.
And I would put some money into like lights as well too. Like,
Oh yeah, that
if
part of
the
it. That's all
budget,
part of it.
if the budget allows it, like I would put like a little investment into lights. It doesn't have to be like all crazy. You don't need what's that brand's name? Is it Aperture? You don't need to break the bank on some Aperture kind of
Mhm.
level. Like you can get something a little bit light and everything like that. Like for example, like me, I just have like two. I think I have two. I think I paid $80 for mine. I have the ESDDI, two of them, the hot
Mhm.
boxes photography ones. So it's like
Mhm.
there's one on one corner and then there's another on another corner. And that's the only two I use. Like so, when I do
Let me read
Zoom
this comment.
calls and everything, and
Yeah, that's towards you.
Gigi, you want to know? It's Jamaica. It's Jamaica. You can put the Jamaica flag down.
Hmm. So yeah, you're right because you don't have to break the bank, but people seem to miss. I gotta be Team Crispy, Tino this that you work with. Look, before I was filming and you could see my bed. Now I'm improved the lighting and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's as long as you're moving forward and you're improving and you're getting better, then that's good because that's a portfolio for a better tomorrow. People could see that and people could be like, oh, let me hire him, let me get brand deal because his image improved and stuff like that.
Yeah, and speaking of brand deals, like I still have bought that course from Roberto during the Black Friday weekend as well too, and I've yet to touch that course, but I will get on it, because that's another thing to where it's like I think so when it comes to brand deals, is it like
Mhm.
what's the most weak point? Is it just reaching out to the brands or is it just the pricing scale?
Well, a lot of people, for me, my knowledge and my research on people, because I never got a brand deal. I got one, but it was a private one about live streaming. They just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to take our survey and stuff like that so they could improve if they could create an app like this. They were thinking about it, they wasn't sure because they were two college students, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I
Yeah,
got you.
so,
Like in the startup phases, I got you.
yeah, correct. But you know what but you know what I learned with that? They were willing to put the work and they were willing to work and do everything. And I don't know because they never did nothing with it, but at least they made it an attempt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Because I think like I don't know. Weirdly enough, I get like the brand deals just keep throwing my way, like on my Instagram page, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm ready for all that. And it's like, and it's the skeptical ones where it's like, oh, we'll give you a discount and we'll kind of reimburse you. I'm like,
No, no, I don't do those.
yeah,
But let me say something that people seem to forget. When you do make a brand deal for the first time, a true brand deal, you got to know how to price yourself. And a lot of people underprice themselves because it's the first one. So they're like, I want to get that money. I want to get the initial push up. I'll take
yeah,
$50
you
being
want to
worth
get
a
that
100.
bag. Yeah, you want to get that bag first, and it's like, oh, you gotta like, know your worth and everything. And I'm like,
So people
yeah,
tell
it's just
see,
one of
that's what
those
people
things.
say.
But I want to just get back to what Spectacular Gadget said, where it's like, yes, like lights and microphone are important. This was literally the microphone I started off with. Um, it
Micro
was a
video,
hmm?
micro video.
Yeah, I think it's a Rode VidMic
Yeah,
ME
that's what it
dash
is.
L, and it's like it's got the lightning connector. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my microphone for like a long time, and it's like, yep, yep, that was my microphone for like a long time until I got this. With the I think I bought it. I think with the stimulus way back
Mm-hmm.
when,
So
because
people say, asking, I'm sorry, people asking for Jamaica, what part of Jamaica you are. So people been asking. If you
Negril,
don't mind
Negril,
saying, on the
Negril, which
grill.
is like the which is like the west of Jamaica. So it's like
Mhm.
7 miles long and everything. I tell that to T. I'm like, bro, you need to go to these spots and everything because I remember when technically
Mhm.
T for those don't know. It's like yeah, technically T. I was like, yo, you need to go to these spots and everything when he went to Jamaica that like last year, I believe during the whole thing. Yeah, he went to there last year, and I was like, yeah, you should go to these spots and everything. I think he didn't have time to go to a lot of spots, but yeah, I told him
Mhm.
about it.
But honestly, I think with $200 or 150, you can have a whole live streaming studio. You don't have to break the bank.
Oh no, exactly. I put my money, in the bank by saying this, like, you don't need to like get like a fancy everything. Like you don't need to have the Sony A7, was it the 4 is out now?
Yeah, the
A7
fourth.
4? Yeah, you don't
Yep.
need to get the A7 4 or even was it the Sony A1? Is that the one
Hmm.
that just like shoots 8K? like it's
Yeah, something like
nobody's
that.
business. Like it shoots 8K like it's nobody's business, and it's like, like who's recording 8K besides like Marquez? You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
just like I don't think like people need to go like that overkill level. You know, when they're starting off, I just think like I think it's more of like hit record, you know, do the content you can do and everything, and then like, you know, work your way up into the other stuff.
But one thing that I agree with you 100% is, let me get to this comment cool quick. Oh, yeah, so getting back to the content is one thing that I agree with you. Once you afford the equipment, because anybody that is not rich, you could afford 200 or 150. It is good enough for decent equipment. The storytelling is so important that people miss that. You know, like
Yeah.
talk to them. That's a
Yeah.
friend. That people be like, oh, I'm scared. It's an object. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna move. Just go for it. You know. Look, I'm
Yeah,
talking to
no.
you. I'm not talking to the camera. I'm talking to you. Just simple.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's really what it is. Like you just have to just, you know, I just think of it like, you know, just talk naturally how you'd want to
Mhm.
talk. Like say for example like this, like, you know, I'm on a 720p MacBook Pro camera. I haven't even upgraded my MacBook yet. Even though I could, but
Mhm.
I'm not ready for it yet, you know, because I know in my heart of hearts that, you know what, I'm not ready for it. I got a lot of other things on my plate. Let me
Hey,
just
thanks for
like
coming in.
let me
Yeah,
just
go
do
ahead.
what I need to do and then just handle my business. That's kind of it, you know? Like I still have not upgraded this 14-inch high-end MacBook to a 14-inch yet. Like I think I've been very stubborn, even though I have the absolute right to. You know, it's just like, you know what, I gotta work with what I gotta work with. And then like when something comes along, where it's like, you know, there's a little bit of revenue
Mhm.
coming in, I can afford to just upgrade it, you know? Like you know, I was like,
Okay.
oop,
What about this
go.
comment? 'Cause it's difficult to answer that for me.
I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah, because look, if you got a phone in this year, no less than 3 years ago, it's perfectly capable of doing a lot. You know what I mean? So
Cause
it
yeah,
depends what you have.
cause memory serves me right. The XR didn't it
Mhm.
come out like in 2018?
Yeah,
Memory
18. Yeah,
serves. Yeah, so
yeah.
it's like it's a little bit of like I think what it's like about 3 years old.
Hmm.
It's like I think like by next year it's gonna be on its fourth year, but it still makes photos like a champion.
Yeah, you saw the photo that I took on my Instagram with the reflection of the church of
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
Yeah,
The skyscraper. I was like,
yeah.
yo. I was like,
People.
damn, Lewis, like you done killed them, and it's like you don't even have like the latest and greatest, and you're just killing them with just those types of photo quality. Like, you know, it's like I have like a what was it iPhone 13 Pro? No, not 13, 12 Pro, 12 Pro. I got the
Hmm.
12 Pro. The 13 is coming my way by around Christmas. You
Hmm.
know, God, you know, if T-Mobile and Apple play nice with me this year, um, but yeah, you know, because just like you, I was like, you know what, maybe one can be like a talking head video, and then one can be a
Hmm.
top down video, or I could do one where it's like it's
Hmm.
a talking head video. I have a teleprompter and I could just read from that teleprompter. So it's kind of like either or.
Yep. Put this down. Somebody's writing me, but I'm not gonna answer. It's
I
too late.
mean,
Yeah, we
don't you
don't.
got focus mode on? Don't you got focus mode?
No, I don't.
Wait, you
Just
haven't?
got the regular. I'm auto.
Oh, I was
Oh, you
like,
mean the phone? I thought you were talking about the camera.
no. I was like saying iOS. I was like, aren't you updated to iOS 15
Oh yeah,
yet?
yeah. I need to create a profile. I have one, but I deleted it. I got to get back to it.
What, a beta? You've been on the beta. You've been
No,
on
no,
the
not
beta
the
circuit.
focus mode. I did one for live streaming, so people don't
Mhm.
interrupt me, but I deleted by mistake. So I got to create it again. Press the
Oh
wrong
man,
button.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
like I trust me. Photo focus is a cheat code to the point of like I get better battery life on focus mode alone. I
Mm-hmm.
get better battery life on focus mode. Like literally with even this MacBook Pro that like
Mm-hmm.
sips through battery like it's nobody's business. When it's on Monterey and it's in low power mode, I think I
Mm-hmm.
can get a lot done with this laptop.
So what year you bought the laptop?
It's a 2020 Intel
Oh, okay.
MacBook because I had the butterfly keyboard and I had 128 gigabytes to my name. So if I
Oh,
were to
okay.
do Final Cut and all that other jazz, which I do now, like I have Final Cut and all that jazz,
Let me get
I
back to the
would,
comment.
yeah, I would be furious on having that laptop. And I think it
Okay.
had a, well, Shark, I can say this.
The
Christmas,
back order.
yeah, yeah, when they back order it and everything got to come in and everything, they processed it, but because my bank was the one holding up the funds for hostage, I was like, you know what? Thank God a rep at T-Mobile told me that, hey, we're just gonna put this on your bill, and you're just gonna just pay the $500 when your bill comes, which for me is I think Wednesday, but I have to see within 48 hours of when it's gonna trickle down. I have to just give them my money, and then they could just make the down payments after that. And
Well,
that's
James, this happened with me. I inquired about the 13. Since I've been an old customer, I could have got it just only the down payment. No, no, not the down payment, the taxes. But it was gonna
mm-hmm.
take forever. I just inquired just for the hell of it. I was
Yeah,
bored,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
they say yeah, yeah, but they say like a month, almost February. I said hell no. I didn't want to get
I,
it. I didn't want to waste money. I'm putting my money towards a trip,
Oh
so
yeah, no,
that's
no,
why.
no. If you know if you're putting a bag towards a trip, then by all means like put the bag towards a trip. The iPhone can just like wait because the iPhone is gonna be like the iPhone like like I think what the 13s you unanimously, no matter which one you buy, doesn't matter if you buy the 13 Pro Max, the 13 Pro, which I'm getting, or the 13 or the Mini, you're getting
Hmm.
a you're getting a phone that's really a bang for your buck over the 12s. I mean, the
Hmm.
12s are a good deal, but if you want a real bang for your buck, you can go for the 13s and either the regular one or the mini.
Also, getting back to the subject of a live stream, once you got your equipment and you got people that you rock with and you invite people, you need to be careful. You know why? Due to the fact that you can buy somebody like, and then that somebody could, could be an asshole. You never know. You be like, oh, I know that person for 2 or 3 months, and then they could turn on you because it had happened to other people on live stream. So you
I,
gotta be careful.
I
Go ahead.
remember when you said that story on Clubhouse that one day. I remember when you literally said that
Mhm.
story of like somebody was being an a-hole to you,
On
and
the chat.
yeah. Oh, it was on the chat.
Yeah, that one was in the chat.
I thought it was in a live stream for some odd
No,
reason. I was
they did that to me, but it wasn't here. It wasn't a Zoom call. That's the one that I was talking. We had a private chat because we was working on a project to do like a birthday party and for four
Mhm,
people. We're gonna get paid good money, and somebody came in and it was trolling on that one. But that was private. But still, that was messed
mhm.
up because the person wanted it 75% and everybody was get 25 split, and that was not fair.
Yeah, no, no, no. I was like, yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, no. I was like,
So in
yeah.
this situation, you got to know how to handle yourself. So my mom took care of it. I talked to the person. He said a bunch of stuff. You know what I did? I forget about him and I continue because I was not going to let my core audience suffer because of that person. So therefore, I said, let me continue and be the best I can. If I get frustrated, then everything go down to drain. I said, hell no. The day is too beautiful. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm going to continue. And
No,
that's what
no,
I did.
no. Yeah, that's really what it is, man. Like you can't let just people just take you just out of your element and everything. Like you really like honestly and God honest truth, like you can't let people take you out of your element. Like literally, what was it? Like literally, our company, because I have I work with my brother's clothing brand, and our
Mhm.
Twitter, like for whatever reason, it got suspended, and I'm like, how the hell did this thing get suspended? Like, and it was like, oh, we need some verification of some ID or something. And I was like, all right. And then like, thank God today we got the
Thanks for
account back.
tuning in.
We
Mhm.
got the account back. And you know what? And I was like, you know what? It didn't even take me out of my element because I already had my Monday booked to what I needed to do, and I had to just keep it moving.
Also, a lot of people complain about equipment. Why you have this equipment? But look, the matter at the point, if you're lighting everything's on point and you're producing like we discussed, I just want to reiterate this point again. It doesn't need to break the bank. You could buy $2,000 equipment because you could afford it. I could get less equipment and I still could produce the same. Why? Look, I'm gonna point to myself. I believe in my skills. I am worth, and I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna level up or better than you because you challenge me. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
no, no, no. That's what it is. Like, it's like you just believe in yourself to just like, produce the results. Like, I think that's really what it is. Like, I could probably agree with that sentiment is that, it's like you have to just like put yourself out there in order for you to just do what you need to do. Like that's
Obviously,
really what it is.
obviously common sense, they're better people. There's always somebody more better than you, not better but more equipped and more skills, but you could get there. Look, I've been doing live streams and I'm fine with it and I'm happy with it, but just how everybody coming giving me love. You see how many people we got here rocking because I
Hmm.
earned that. But if I was the a-hole, people don't want to, so maybe people come for the a-hole part of it, but that's not genuine and that's not going to bring long-term viewers and convert it into long-term subscribers and followers. No matter what I put, they're gonna rock with me.
Yeah, no, and it's like, for somebody to just be like just doing content like full time, it usually takes what, a year or so max. But it
Hmm.
depends on if they still produce the content, of course. Because I think taking breaks and stuff like that, that kind of hinders you. Not a lot, but it might hinder you after a while and all that jazz. I guess this is a question for you.
Yeah, let me see. Which one I missed it now? I can't find it. Oh, right here. So yeah, I'm coming from. Oh, I'm coming from the X side. The battery nowhere near as good. Me too. But since I don't want it, I mean, I could fix the battery. I could replace it and still last a little bit more. I because for me, I'm investing in my future and more important stuff like equipment, stuff like that. The battery with $80, you could fix the battery from the Apple Store. You know what I mean? It's like people. I gotta get the latest and greatest phone. Like, no, if you're gonna be a content creator, upgrade your skills, upgrade your equipment little by little. The phone. Why gonna waste $1,000 with the $1,000 you get a microphone, get better stuff? People miss the point sometimes. I don't know if you agree.
Mm. Yeah, no, because I could literally, like if I had my 12 Pro,
Hey, take
and
mine.
yeah, if I had my 12 Pro and like the battery was like flimsy AF, I could literally, with some Apple Care to my name, I could literally go to the Apple Store and get it replaced. But like I think what after the warranty is over, then you just run into problems.
Hmm.
That's the only thing. Where it's
But I
like
think it costs $79. That's
I
not a
think
lot.
I
Yeah,
thought it
I
was
checked
I
for
I
mine.
think isn't it less with Apple Care because that's how it's usually supposed to trickle down into.
Oh yeah, but without Apple Care is 79. Without, I did the
Oh yeah.
research.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's a little bit less. I don't know by how much, but I know it's a little bit less.
Back in the day, we was doing $29 or $30 because of the debacle of the battery issue. So Apple was owning up to it and giving it mad discount.
Because I think
Back
what
in the
since
day,
that I think what since that fiasco they had
correct.
about the what was it, the batteries, not working very well, like during the iPhone 7 or something. It was
Yeah,
like
six, seven,
iPhone, yeah,
and S.
yeah, 6, 7, and I think SE was a part of that. Like if you had one of those phone models, they just like gave you a free battery because they done won the case of that trial, and that was like the only time where it's like the consumers of Apple actually won a case, and
Hmm.
like they literally put lawyers on that one. So yeah, I mean,
So for me, to be honest, I'm not allocating the money to important things. And I get knocked for it. People criticize me because I have this phone. Oh, because of this and that. I still rock with it because if it ain't broken, why I need to fix the situation?
like look
There
at
you
look at
go.
the look at the damn iPad Pro I got. Like look. Like
There you go.
this is a 2017 iPad Pro with
Hold on,
with
I'm gonna
like
make it
a
big.
touch screen the headphone jack that I don't even care about because I got AirPods Pro and AirPods Max
Mhm.
on deck. Like I only use this for like maybe like like a reference thing, but that's
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah, so in other words, if we're talking about content creator, you need to learn how to allocate your money. I'm not telling you how to run your pocket because I'm not here to give advice of
No,
that.
no, no,
I'm
no.
saying you could buy the right equipment to elevate your visuals, and that's going a long way. And then later on, you get another phone, another stuff like that, and you go little by little. With this phone, you got a lot of stuff you could do. Look, tips and tricks. After 2 3 years, how is the camera? How's the phone aging? See, you got content. You don't have to be like, oh, I need the 13, or I need the latest, greatest, and be broke. I know
Oh
people that
hell
got
no.
7 lines, and people are crazy.
Yeah, they're really trapping out here. Like if you got 7 lines, I'm looking at you
Oh, I
like
need to have an Android, the S21, whatever. I need to review
I
everything.
literally Lewis, like I literally have a coworker. She will remain nameless for obvious reasons, but
Mhm.
like I asked her one day, I'm like, yo, you got two phones? Because I couldn't believe it. She's like, yep. I was like, no way. It was like I think it was like a Samsung. It was like a Samsung Android phones, and I think she had like an iPhone. I think it was like an 11 or something, like an
Let me
11
go over here
Pro.
to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, once again, I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming in. We're still gonna rock. We're not done. I'm gonna go to 8:30 and chill, relax, and do all the stuff, wonderful things. I'm rocking with my homeboy. We're having a good time. Let's keep it going. Be respectful. And any subject you want to talk about content creation, the floor is open. Go ahead, James.
Yep. Yeah, no. So like I said, I think like the most like if a content creator was kind of starting out, I think like your first priority before you even think about if you don't like have the cash to throw away on some crazy camera, Sony camera or some Canon camera, put some respect on your lights and your microphone so your audio doesn't seem like it's underwater.
See, I got this because I bought this thanks to Uncle Sam's stimulus. So I bought the Rode Wireless Go 2, and this is the dead cat, and I used it because, as you know, the pee pops and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
and then people were like, I couldn't afford it, but I got that money. I said, let me invest, and I use this on parties. Even I let my friend use it with a
Hmm.
contract because I'm not stupid. If it breaks, you pay me back. So he
Hmm.
used it for the wedding and everything. It was fine, no problem, no scratching, no
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, this I think this Apogee mic that I'm with right now, this
Hey,
AirPods,
kind of, yeah.
the AirPods Max, like I think I all got in like one fell swoop bonus
Hmm.
earlier this year. Like the AirPods Max I got earlier this year. Like I think after that, remember that run that they had where like they were
Hmm.
just like out of stock for like 3 weeks, three
Yeah, I
months.
remember.
Like 3 months, like into 2021, they were out of stock. You could not get these suckers. Like you could not get these suckers for any amount of reason. Like you could not.
So since we're talking about equipment, how to just entwine different subjects, what is your take on that? Do like a mini review on those, if you don't mind. Like, you like them? Is it good? If I had conversation, because people was talking about that.
What happened, Lewis? Sorry.
Yeah, talk about the headphones. If it like if they good, how you like the quality, how is they aging, the condensation. If you don't mind, like a mini review.
Oof. Oh man. I mean, I don't know. Like for me, like they haven't for viewer discretion advised. I don't wear them outdoors. I know that there's some brazen people out there that do
Hmm.
that. However, I'm not one of them. Like mine stay indoors. Like the most I've used them for is for my Apple TV and my what's it? I use them for my Apple TV because it has spatial audio now,
Oh
which
yeah.
is like mega def. I use it for spatial audio and everything. I think I don't even use it for like I don't even use it too much for Teams or Zoom calls anymore. But
Hmm.
like because originally I was gonna use this for when I were to get a podcast. That's why I kind of
Hmm.
I kind of put some investment into this mic. Like that's why I put some investment into this mic. So whenever I get into the podcast lane, I could do that. Like I could do that, and I have what is it? I think I do have the
Oh, the cable.
yeah the lightning to the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I'm like, yep, I got that. So in the case that it like I can just hook this up to the mic and my AirPods Max. I'm like I'm in podcast mode.
Yeah,
You
that's good.
know.
And then if you get invited to be a guest on the podcast, because I'm thinking of doing
Oh.
a podcast, because I'm thinking I've been thinking about it a lot about a podcast just strictly, you know, talking about the part. My podcast is gonna focus not so much on phones and stuff like that. I'm gonna content creator. How can you better you leverage yourself with affordable equipment? That's what the podcast that I was
Oh
thinking.
man, when you got a name for that said podcast, you don't have to say it if you don't want to, but
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I got different names. I'm not sure, but I'll DM you. We'll talk about it.
yeah, no, like if like trust me, I will be there day one. Like I will be in that podcast day one. Like whatever podcast you got, like that just talks about like what kind of equipment you should go with. Like if you're starting out, like I am there. Like
Yeah,
I
because I was thinking doing like a segment, talk about the equipment, and talk about the equipment, and also give my rating, and then after the rating, I would just give links so people could go and watch other people's video, and based on that, they could make a buy information. Because I told people, do not just believe in me, do the research and get other people's
yeah, do
opinion.
your homework.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
do
I'm
your
not putting myself down. I'm just being realistic. Do more research. If you like what you see, then you buy it based on the information.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let
That's what
me
it
get back
is.
to the.
Like, yep. Yeah, no, that's
And,
that's really what it is.
oh, BG. Thanks for coming in. A lot of people.
Yo, what up,
Thanks everybody
BG?
for coming in and rocking with us, everybody.
What
So
up,
yeah,
Tech King
so
Mike?
yeah, taking Mike and everybody else. So
I know
yeah,
you're gonna
so
say something.
I'm glad that you are doing the networking. Because people say, "Oh, you're not a content creator," but no, you are because you was doing. I don't know if you're doing it starting again, but you was doing your own personal live stream. It's called Twitter Spaces. So you was getting your feed there. You was networking when you open your channel. You're already in the system. You know what you're doing a little
Hmm.
bit. Some people just want to go swim in the deep sea without knowing how to swim. You can't do that because you're gonna drown.
No, no, that's why it's like because it took me like, because I think first I started off with like doing my clubhouse.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, I
first started
remember.
off doing the clubhouse rooms, and then then after that, like I was like, I realized that the people are not on Clubhouse. But when I went to Twitter and like
Wait,
I
repeat,
got
repeat it again. The people are not in the clubhouse. I wanted somebody to hear that. Go ahead.
I wouldn't even say that necessarily. It's just
No, no,
that like
but Twitter's more established for. I'm not saying the clubhouse is not established, but for my niche that I'm looking and I'm going to rooms, it's not the same thing. I get more engagement on Twitter.
yeah, because I mean, because it's like people. I think it's because like if you network like a machine on
Hmm.
Clubhouse, you will get results. I guarantee that.
I
Just
try.
like I think like the same thing can be said about, I think the same thing can be said about like I think the same thing can be said about Twitter. Like if you really like work, machine, interact with people in different communities, you're gonna get some results. I think that's like a guaranteed of just like, I just think that's what it is. I think it's like I'm not dissing Clubhouse because I still go there from time to
Yeah,
time,
me
and
too.
just
I go
like
there all the time.
I just don't let it just suck my like I don't make it suck my life away because I know it can do that to a lot of people. Like it can just like suck them life away. That's why I think people are very selective in what rooms they go to and everything. That's why like Mr. Beast, like they try to cancel him like on Clubhouse that one time.
Oh yeah, I
So
remember. I heard about that.
yeah, like they tried to cancel him, and it was like before he had what was it, the Squid Game video, like before he
Oh
could
yeah, I
have
remember.
that, before he had that big heavy hitter, he was, memory serves me right, I think like, like before he had that heavy hitter, like they tried to cancel him, and I was like, man, I understand why like certain high profile people just don't go onto these platforms because like they can just like record you and everything without your consent, and then just blast it out to Twitter. And that's like wrong on so many levels.
Yeah. Yeah, getting back to the subject, I just wanted to tell people that there. Let me look it up. Give me a second. I want to give valuable information, not the wrong thing. I
Hmm.
learned this from Professor Ness and a lot of people that this is the three things that I learned for content creation: know your purpose, know your audience, and know your message. Three.
Yep.
Once you
Yep.
got those three packed out, because what is my purpose? To give information for people to better their life with their mobile phones.
Hmm.
So you don't
Yeah,
have to
of
break the bank,
course.
know how to use
Of
them
course.
and make money off of it. And then the audience will come with that because you're giving
Hmm.
and then the message is I want to leave a legacy that people know how to use their devices. The people that are struggling, not the techie people, obviously they know how to use it. And that's my message.
Hmm.
Like for
No, of
example,
course.
my name, I break it down. Tech for your needs. This is my slogan: to enrich your life for a better tomorrow. Learn your equipment and better yourself for a productive tomorrow. There you go. That's my slogan.
Yeah, because it kind of reminds me of Segi's one. Like, it's like buy it nice or buy it twice. And it's like, I think it's in the same context. And I'm like, yep, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, yep, it's like, it's like sounds like it because it's like, it's like, I think the name says it above all else. It's like tech for your needs. Like anything that you need, I got you. And it's like
You could be a
any,
YouTube consultant. Thank you. Appreciate that.
the YouTube tech consultant. I like that.
Yeah, because you know what it is people don't sit there and break. Sometimes I look at my video and I break it down. I'm like, oh damn, I looked the wrong way. I got to learn how to do this. I always critique myself for better myself, not to be harsh on myself. I don't do it all the
Hmm.
time. This is my method. Every time that I look at my live stream, I don't look at all of them. I pick one, and the best one that I think I did,
Hmm.
I pick it for that month. The next month, I go with the worst one that I think I did, and I criticize it to better myself. I don't do
Oh
all of them
no, that's what it is. That's what it kind of really is. That's what it is right there.
because I'm gonna point two things. your mind and your heart. If you really want it, you could do it. That's just there's nobody stopping you. You know who's stopping you? The good guy and the bad guy. Oh, relax. Watch Netflix. Oh, you got an hour. You could chill. Well, in an hour you could do 30 minutes of recording or whatever you're gonna do or live stream, and then the next person talk. Oh no, don't do it. Just go. The other person say yeah, and then who is that? Yourself, because you both your left and right conscious talking to you, and you're never gonna balance that if you don't if you be like slap the bad one and stay with the good one.
Yeah,
And
no, no,
yes,
that's
I agree with you. What you said last time that I was talking to you, you got to take breaks. We all humans. You don't want to burn out and break out and break down. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's true. That's true, and it's like, yeah, no, that's what it is and everything. Like, it's like this good person, bad person consciousness. We all see it in like every cartoon known to man of just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's like the good conscience, bad conscience. But I think at the end of the day, it's like if you have some humility for yourself, you can probably forgive yourself. Like you can probably forgive yourself for spending all your Monday just watching Netflix. Like I think and I've noticed
But
something
that's
with
the time
myself.
balance.
Yeah, I noticed something with myself too. It's like sometimes I'm like, I've realized this, where it's like I'm subscribed to like all these streaming services, and I'm like, I barely even have time for them, like on a regular day. And I'm like, because I gotta do other stuff because it's like I'm not glued into like to whatever I paid for those streaming services. I just refuse to. It's like if something comes along that that needs my attention, I will bring it to my attention. But if it's not, then I can just leave it be.
Let me see this. I'm trying to put the comments. I'll take for any consultant. Don't wake up. But you know what it is? It's easy because sometimes I study channels and I go how many videos they got, how many subscribers, how they're doing the thumbnails. I've been studying all that on my own, and then I pick ideas.
Ooh.
And I did
And
I did somebody thumbnail. I did the art channel. I did everything, and I showed it to certain people, and they loved it. I don't know if you was there.
wow.
If you was there
Uh,
that day. I'm not sure, but or maybe
was it on
somebody else.
Spaces or somewhere
No,
else?
I was in the live stream and I showed 3 people. I don't know if you was there.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think I
Yeah.
was there for that. Yeah, but no, that's crazy, man. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you just don't go to like some a platform like Fiverr and just like
Well,
yeah. I'm just surprised you don't go to Fiverr and just like just sell some of those services because it's like it's like if you get a lot of them under your belt, whoo,
yeah,
whoo.
because what I did, I'm new to all this type of graphic stuff, so I use Canvas. That's the only thing that I've been successful. I gotta
Mm.
need to learn how to do Photoshop and all that. So, but I've
Um,
been working Canvas.
I think what like I think by the wisdom of Michael Peppertech, our
Hmm.
mutual friend,
Hmm.
I got into Pixelator. I'm liking how it
Yeah,
is.
that's a good program.
Whew. Like
Mhm.
what is it? Pixelmator Pro. Let me see. Yeah, Pixelmator Pro. Like I've used that a lot. Even though I've been a an Affinity guy for some time now. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I've been using Pixelmator Pro. I've been using Pixelmator Pro. Pixelmator Pro is
Yeah.
legit. And another thing to boomerang back to, a lot of people that we have very mutual acquaintances with. A lot of them I met on Clubhouse. I swear to God, I met all of them on Clubhouse. I don't think not one of them have I met on Twitter. Like
Mm.
I've not met Professor Nez. I think maybe there's one M Quan. That was the only one. M Quan was like the only one
Yeah,
because
but I'll tell you a backstory. When Professor Ness started, I was rocking with him when we was doing Periscope 2015.
oh wow. Now
Yeah,
I got
Stumble
into
and Eric, so go ahead.
I think for me like Professor Nez so I think for me it was like a quirky thing because like I went into one of his YouTube rooms. Like one of the YouTube rooms, I think in April. I'd like to say April or May. I don't know. I
Mhm.
think I was like in the early stages of Clubhouse. like the when it was like getting really good. It was
Yeah,
like
started to pick up
addictively
traction.
good, like addictively great. Oh man, like when it was addictively great, um, when it got addictively great, like I was in a lot of his rooms and everything, and then I started following him on like all the socials and everything, and then like because I think he reminds me of Roberto a lot. Like he reminds
Correct.
me of like of an older Roberto Blake. Like I think that's what it is. Like but
Yeah, and for me, I don't let vanity number get to me. At one point, it was getting the numbers to me, but what I care more is leaving a legacy and also this being a portfolio. A couple of people hire me to do like a birthday party stuff like that. I'm not the greatest videographer, but I show my skills and I tell them this is what I'm bringing to the table, and they're like, I like you enough. I'm gonna pay you, and I did 2 or 3 or 4 gigs outside of YouTube because I'm like, wow, people are
wait,
asking
with your
for my
XR, with
no,
the
no, for the
smartphone,
I did
for
it
the
with the
ZV1,
no
ZV1.
Panasonic the broke Panasonic Lumia G7. I did it with that
Oh,
camera.
okay, okay, okay.
That's another one that I want for free. So
I was like, dang. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, you getting gigs with iPhones? I'm like, where did that happen?
no, 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 not with the phone. Yeah, so I had the Lumia G7 before it broke, and
Hmm.
and I'm always grateful for everything because, today I'm here and tomorrow could have been it could have been worse. Or today could have been worse. But
Oh no, that's for
everything
sure.
I'm for every second. I told people I don't live by the now. I live by the second because anything could happen. So I'm just grateful for everything. Even everybody's here, even you and everybody. If I could eat, you could eat. We all could eat. We could all sit at the same table. I mean, I don't understand this bickering about it's my device. Oh, because this device getting hot. No, just showcase your skills, help the people, and continue.
Hmm.
Fighting Android versus this, who's winning? The company. We're not winning because we're giving advertisement to them.
Because like and that's the thing. What I think about like when people associate themselves with like Twitter, it's like there's tech Twitter, there's Black Twitter, there's this Twitter. I'm like, are y'all getting paid by Jack or
Mhm.
I guess
Do you
Parag
have any?
now?
Do you own the company?
Yeah, like because like those questions come into mind because it's like, yo, are you getting paid by these people to say this kind of stuff? Because like, where's the credentials in all this? Like, where is your certification in like, you having a stake into Twitter to why you give a crap like this? Like, it's like there's gonna be like a lot of questions like that being thrown. So, like, you
Yeah,
gotta
and
come
that's
with
what
the
people.
answer.
You only live once. You might as well put your best forward. Yeah, we're gonna have days up and down. That's called life. Nothing's perfect in this world, but you just got to know how to pick up yourself and just continue.
Hmm. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's just like the stock market. It just goes up and it goes
Hmm.
down. But through all the ups and downs, like you gotta move through life.
Hmm.
That's what it is. It's just like it is
Okay, let
what
me
it
answer the
is.
question. Can you make money on Twitter? Yes, because they got a program that you could do. I enrolled, but I never finished the application. Like tickets, and you pay for to watch that creator. So that's an application
Yeah.
that I tried. I got accepted, but I never finished it. I don't
I
know if
think
I'm going to
super
continue with it.
follow. I think there's like super follow too, where it's like I think
Yeah,
you pay
something like
like
that.
the like super follow. Then there's like tickets for Twitter Spaces. I've done seen one by somebody, and I'm like,
But
it's
yeah.
like you
Oh,
couldn't
you
even.
forget it. I got this one, James. Tip Yard. I got that one. The yard that you
Uh
people tip. I got that one.
in Clubhouse, I still have
No,
not set up. Oh, I
go
haven't
ahead.
gotten a tip jar yet. I haven't gotten a tip jar on Twitter yet. Like I can set up mine like on Clubhouse. I just been so lazy to.
So
Like
yeah, but like right now, you're doing the right thing. You're heading in the right direction. I mean, I'm giving what credit's due. You're networking. You're coming over here. See, right now you're practicing your skills. So when you do your live stream, you're a step ahead of other newbies. They just want to jump and think they can swim in the deep
whew,
end.
oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, no, because another thing I'm trying to work on, with
I will
Tedder
never
is
stop. Check this out. I will never stop learning. The
no,
day
no,
that I
that's
stop learning is the day that I die. Go ahead.
ain't that the truth. But
Hmm.
as I was saying, nah, I'm working on a video with Tedder TA Tech.
Hmm.
It's a collab video that I think is gonna come. I don't know when he's producing it, but I think it's like tech of the what is your tech of the year for 2021. I do have a few ideas for it, and I think I have a few ideas for like what is my tech for 2021, and I probably will be sharing them very soon. I just have to figure out like when I have to figure out how to schedule like how to talk about it. So that's gonna be my assignment for probably the next week over.
Hmm.
But
And
I think I
also
wanted
don't
to
forget
answer.
about. Go ahead.
I was gonna answer shark's fin things. It's
Okay,
like
go ahead.
yeah. I mean, Twitter has a lot of toxicities with too many ads. I mean, you have Twitter Blue. Like you can pay $3 not to see the ads. A month. Like like I think, and it's like if you follow some toxic people, I would say either mute them or unfollow them. Like I think you are in charge of your own mental health. And I remember, and that advice came from Roberto. I don't get that credit. Like that's like something Roberto taught me. Like like in a clubhouse room, he was like, "Yo, like it's like don't like if somebody's like taking away
So,
from your mental health,
mhm.
you gotta let them go. Gotta let them go. You gotta mute them. You gotta do this. Make sure you're not in conversation with them. Like, and that's the thing where it's like I I get out of a lot of controversies. Like I get out of a lot of them. Like I don't business myself with all that stuff because I run my Twitter account like if I'm like a verified person. Like if I'm like a Renee Ritchie or a Marquez or anything like that. Because I think as soon as I speak out about something or as soon as something comes up which is controversial, that I mean, it's like the Jay-Z quote says. It's just like it's like I shoot you, I'm brainless. You shoot me, you're famous. What the f am I supposed to do? It seems like it's one of those scenarios to where it's like
Mhm.
you know if you try to do something stupid to them, you're gonna let them win. But if you keep reserve for that and make somebody else take the fall for you, that's all right. Because you
But
still have
can I
your
say
peace of mind
something?
intact.
That's one thing I agree with you. You say you run things, you run your Twitter like a business, like professional. And when you don't know who's looking behind, but oh, I like the way he's doing it, and I'm gonna work with him. See, ghetto don't equal to a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. Keep it professional, keep it moving. Hey, thanks for coming in, Annette.
What's up,
So yeah,
Annette? How you doing? What's up, Siova?
Sioba, you do well.
Oh my
Yeah, so
God.
yeah, so getting back to the subject, it, people perceive you how you put yourself out there.
Of course, of course. Like, because like I don't get into like I honestly it's just like I don't even get into arguments with anymore with people. That's how far removed I am from the toxicity in Twitter. It's just like I'm just like I'm far removed from it. I'm just like I'm not trying to like conflict with people on the internet. I'm just like I'm old, like from my age. Like I'm about to be 30 next year. Like I don't I'm not with the back and forth.
Yeah,
And
he said that's middle school stuff,
yeah, it's
done
just
or high
like
school stuff.
yeah, it's just like yeah, I've already graduated from high school 10 years ago. Like what are we talking about? Like, it's like I'd rather just move on to, something else. Like, like I would rather get on with something else, instead of just like
And
holding
you know
on
what
to
I've been
something.
seeing a lot. I hold this a lot because This is material. Why you going to war over material that it doesn't, produce any value or any or allocate improvements in your life, either health wise, money, or something like that? Why you fighting? Oh, this phone is getting hot. They don't do 4K, 60, good. Well, whatever. You go ahead. You can fight.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's like I see all those like hereditary arguments of just like it's like my phone has to shoot like this amount, like my camera has to be 50 megapixels and everything, even though like on an Android phone it's bin, so it's like you don't even get like those 50 megapixels. So it's like, what's the point? It's just like and I think for the most part, I think I stayed away from all of those arguments. Like I've just stayed away from them because like they don't make zero sense. It's just like like Siova, like he says he's a big YouTuber, but he doesn't have an iPhone. Am I gonna hold that against him? Hell no. Yo, do you think, Playboy? You know,
Yeah,
like
for me, I work on improvement and all that, and and the best thing for not argument is silence because silence speaks volumes. I don't got time for all that kiddie stuff. I'm like, no, I'm gonna work with people, and that's why people been rocking with me. People be like, Louis, you heading in the right direction because you got the mind, the frame of mind. I don't let nothing get to me. If it's physical, yeah, I'm gonna get pissed. But worst, I don't let it get to me. I learned that a long time ago.
yeah, and you know what? I think being under the tutelage of Viper, for me, I don't know about you, but kind of being
Mhm.
under the tutelage of Viper because of course, I'm the lieutenant of Team Apple, so I gotta, I gotta be there for my captain. So I'm like, I can say this is that I think like a lot of the stuff that's kind of ingrained into I think a lot of stuff that's kind of ingrained into what is expected of you because people are associating myself with Viper now. So it's like I gotta handle myself a certain way, and because of that, I move very silent and I move very different.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
Yeah,
up, Solange?
getting back to the subject. I tell people this. I'm gonna just speak straight to the camera. I'm gonna be me, the way I was brought up in this world, authentic and true and honest to myself. I got much respect for myself, and others should respect me. Words don't kill me. Simple as that. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
I credit people. I credit this background, this lighting, that I got better because people told me how to do it. Like Fiola was the one to be like, move it this way, and I got the light on point. See, people are willing to help you if you act nicely. If
Oh
you would be an
yeah.
a-hole to that person, the person don't want to help you, don't want to do nothing with you or
Oh no.
associate.
Oh man. Like like I think like the craziest thing was like
Mhm,
when Roberto was like always helping me out because I don't know about you, Lewis, but like I was
mhm,
intimidated by people with verification. I was
mhm.
intimidated by them. Like I thought like people who are verified, on social media channels were just out of my reach. And being around Viper and him knowing all these people, I don't feel that so much of that intimidation again. Like I feel like
But think what Viper said: shoot the shot. If you miss, you miss. At least you ask.
exactly. It's like it's like, yo, at least I asked, but what was it? Yeah, because that's exactly true. Like it's like shoot your shot, and then it's like Roberto has been like a very genuine person. Like I hope to meet this man like in real life. After he's done with his home renovations or
But
whatever the case.
remember, at the end of the day, we all human. I
Oh
wouldn't mind
yeah.
meeting you and going out to eat. I don't drink, but I wouldn't mind because at the end of the day, we all human. The number, yeah, you got more number than me. Probably you got more money than me. But at the end of the day, if there's a mutual respect, I don't mind. I walk with
Yeah,
anybody,
yeah,
even a
yeah,
dog loves me.
yeah. Yeah, it's like that's the thing. It's like, yeah, no, I don't, I'd agree. I don't even usually drink either. I'm just like, I'm like a lot of these places where it's like, oh, the bar is banned and this, that, and third. I'm like, move on. I'm like, I'll go to a dinner spot as as long as they serving some good food. I'm think I'm all right.
Yeah,
Because maybe there might be some Puerto Rican places in your side of town that I don't know
hmm
about. That I don't know about.
and I would like to go to Florida because my sister lives out there. To tell you that,
Yeah, cause where like in Miami or like up central?
nah, she's around kissing me. I don't want to give too much information.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. All right, that's. Oh yeah, I know where exactly. I have an idea. That
Hmm
central. I got you.
hmm
Yeah, no, cause I live more south. To give you
Oh,
an
okay.
idea, I live more south.
I'm trying to look for something if I could find it. Something because I be writing a lot, and I just want to see if I could find it. If it come up, so I wanted to read this quick. It's a quote that I wrote, and the title is "Your Purpose in Life." I want to give value to people, because some people do this and they don't think about life. So I'm gonna read it small. Do you know your worth? Ask that question to yourself. Many people don't know their purpose in life. They are going through life because it's part of life. You can't live your life like that. Just go to the part of life. If you don't know your worth, you're never gonna succeed in life. And EC Computer Solution, thanks for coming in.
What's up,
So I don't know
Easy?
if you
How you
agree.
doing?
I don't know if you agree with that statement, but people are going through life because it's just part of life. And I like writing and leaving positive positive feedback to people. And some people are like, oh, I don't have time, I can't do that. The attitude, you're not going to succeed in life.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm talking, you could do it. If I'm making it,
You
anybody can
can
make it.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
I agree. I agree. You don't have no disagreements from me. That's why I gave you the clap.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have that. What's the podcast thing? Is it the Roadcaster? The
Oh yeah, the
Roadcaster Pro,
roadcaster.
where it's like it gives you the sound bites. I don't have that,
Yeah,
but I can give you this.
yeah,
The real sound bites.
and yeah. Let me see this too. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I ask everybody. I don't care what size you are. If you want to come to me, want to come and rock with me and talk, it don't matter. You can have 0 subscribers, you can have 1 subscriber. It don't matter. If I like you and we had an interaction, and I think you're good
Hmm.
quality and you're respectful, and you're not gonna damage my image by being here because I put an effort to all this to make it happen, and I'm doing so far good, and people are looking at me, people are talking to me, and behind the scenes and want to help me out or give me brand deals or whatever is the case. So I don't want somebody come out the stream and be like, okay, he's associated with an a-hole, and then that's gonna look bad,
Hmm.
you know. I mean, I learned a lot in life that nobody could knock me down. If I knock
Of
myself down
course.
myself, it's like I'm master of my domain. I own my area. If you
Yeah.
want to come to my circle, you're welcome. If you want to break the change, you're not going to break the change because you're not going to break the link. I'm sorry, but I'm being truthful.
No,
Yeah,
because
and
you gotta. This is one thing that I can respect the fruit company for, even though people have their qualms about that.
mhm,
Like I can respect their like trying to control their everything in their own space because
mhm.
that's what you do. Like you have to control like where it's like one person just leaves. This ship is still moving. And I could agree with you on that. Like I have no disagreements with that.
And let's go back into production because if you lead the right way, I don't want to be a follower. I don't want to be a leader. I just want to be me. And then by that, people just come and be like, and get to my aura and stuff like that. And I'll be like, oh, I'm cool. I'm rocking with these people. They decent people. One of these days, I'll meet them in real life. We just go take a bite to eat and relax.
Mhm.
We all started somewhere. I wasn't here. I came up and up and up and up and I made it. You know what I mean?
Wow,
You
that's what
know?
it is. That's really what it
And
is.
too many people don't know my resume. I don't put my resume out there. You know me by me, not my resume. None
Hmm.
of that is gonna make me better than another person. I've been to the biggest place. I don't say this, and I don't say for cloud chasing or nothing. I've been in the White House. I never told that. This is my like third time I said it. I don't like to
Oh,
speak about that. I just like to be me. I just like to be humble. And then if you want to rock with me, thanks. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody, like I said today, put the word invite, and I invite you. But it's too late now. But that's what I asked earlier. Because I had an open discussion. It's just simple.
yeah, no, of
We all
course.
can learn from each other. I don't know more than you. You don't know more than me. What I don't know, you know, and we all learn from each other.
Of course, man.
Mhm.
That's really what it is. It's like, always get into like, learning something new every single day. That's really what it is. And I think like, on content creation journey, because I think like when you're beginning, you feel like, it's like, oh, nobody's coming to my channel and everything like that. I think that started off with everybody. But I think at some point in time, gonna have to just disregard that, and you have to make some tough calls into making. Do you want to pursue this and just see where it goes, or do you want to just go back to what your regular job was? And I think like I've seen people just like from a year of starting their YouTube channel, they have like they have gone into working for somebody to progressively building up their following, and after that been able to make those super followers, as Pat Flynn would say it, like support them. Like
Mhm.
that is astounding in and of itself.
Yeah, and you know what else? What I learned? A follower could become a super follower, meaning no matter what you put out there, they're always willing to be there for you because you
Oh
earn that
yeah, they're
respect.
gonna they're gonna be that
Yeah,
thing
and they're
like
gonna
day
walk with
one.
you.
Like they
Why?
might
Because
not.
go ahead.
Sorry, sorry, go on, man.
Okay, they're gonna respect you more because you're giving feedback, you're giving the value, you always there, you put in the without none of this, you two wouldn't be here without us. Without
Of
our
course.
audience, there would be nobody. So it's just
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, because it's like YouTube and what was it? I was it Roberto on his live stream with Viper said this, and I was just so in awe with this. I couldn't be there for the whole live stream, but I had to cut somewhere. But the thing about it is this, is that I remember what he said, and he said to the fact of like, it's like YouTube has done a lot for democratizing stuff from traditional sources of media. Like,
I do.
like Phil DeFranco, yo, he got all the 411 on the news. Like, people don't go to CNN. People can go to Phil DeFranco show every day, you know? Or like, if they don't know something about like something that's happening in the law with a certain celebrity, they can go to Emily D. Baker. Like
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of things that democratizes like YouTube,
And
social media.
economy, content creation economy also is also coming in the rise with traditional job, like you said earlier. I wanted to add that before we finish
Oh
that.
no, yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's like if you put in that work for like maybe a year, then probably you can make enough income to feed yourself and probably your family. And then after that, you can probably progress into hiring your first person. And then and then when more money comes in, then you could probably hire a team that's maybe a quarter of what Marquez, 2/3 of what Marquez has, and then when more income comes, then you can go to the higher level. So, and I think that's really what it is with the creator economy. It's just like I think it's like if you put that consistent workout every single, not every like if you just put a video out every week, trust me, you can work with this. You can work
So
with it.
before we leave, because we got 6 minutes, I want you to, if you don't mind, give advice to a new creator from what you learned so far. From what you
I
learned, because you've
think
been doing rooms. Go ahead. I'm
I
gonna leave all
think
these 6 minutes for you. Go ahead.
Well, I would say invest into some lights, young person. Invest into some lights. Invest into like an audio mic, an extended audio mic. Do not rely on that smartphone microphone. Like, put some respect on your name. Get some lights. Get some audios. Use your smartphone to record, and you will do a bang up job when you come out the gate. And I
Okay,
think
another
that
thing, yeah. Another thing I want to add to that, because it's very important. Remember, it's not about you; it's about them. Value, value. If you bring the value aspect once you got the equipment, can you mention? I want to add the second part. Value is very important. If you get on hold on that and you learn what people want and what's working for you, it's a game changer. Go ahead,
oh
finish it
yeah,
off.
no, that's for sure. And it's like, as long as you're, because people can sit through poor video quality. What they cannot sit through is bad audio quality, and that is from Roberto Blake. That's why I have this Apogee mic, which I probably will keep this mic over, the Rode mic I have right here from my iPhone, and I'll probably keep this one in, as my de facto microphone. And then you know what? Because I could just trickle down this into, okay, I can use this for my iPhone, I could use this for my iPad, I could use this for a lot of other things. I think like if you invest into a good microphone, like you don't need to get like a, what's the one that Viper has? It's like a S Rode mic S7B or something.
You have an S7B, the Shore.
Yeah, sure SMB. You don't need that. You can get like, what's the one that everybody starts off with? Like, isn't that a Blue Yeti?
Yeah, correct.
Like, you can get one of those joints. You can get one of those joints, get you a Blue Yeti, or like, a microphone or something like that. Like, get you like one that's like maybe under $100. I remember that Tether had a microphone that's like under like $50 or something like that. Like, it was like 40 or something. Like when I went on the live stream with him, and it had the arm and everything. I'm like, bro, and I said like, I think he bought it for like under $100, and I was right to say that. Like he bought the whole mic for under $100, and I was like, wow, that's
And
something.
also, once you invest on your knowledge, that little $180 mic with a little software tuning, it could turn to like a $200 sounding quality. Like, that's back to learn your skills, own your skills, and you don't have to break the bank. That's another thing you could add. So
Yeah, no,
as long as you're giving value, like we do, we giving value. We giving, and that mic is perfect too. Michael Pepper said it. I love the mic, because you could grow
yeah.
with it. You got the USB C, and then you could do XLR and stuff like that with the micro. So it's good to go.
Yeah, no, like that's what I'm like saying. Like it's like I think it's like you gotta get good audio and you gotta get good lighting. And I think like the rest can just like trickle down into just when you got the funds, you can upgrade.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
And then
is.
the
Like,
second part of that, don't forget about the value part. Because yeah, you could get all that, but if you're not giving value, you're still gonna end up in zero. Back to
mhm.
school where.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like saying you don't need to get a Sony A7 IV or an AS7 III. Like you can use your smartphone that you have right now. You can use that. You can get one of these microphones, because I think you can get one of these to start off with. This Rode MEL microphone, you can get one of these. This is like under $100. It's like, I think it's like $70 on the Apple Store. Don't quote me, but it's like somewhere in that range. And it
Mhm.
comes with this. It comes with this, like, what's it called? Like some,
Dickhead, the
yeah,
whip
dick
mouth.
head. Yeah, it has this, and it's like I cannot hear a Pittsburgh like
Mhm.
if somebody's in another room, I cannot hear
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
before we finish, 'cause 1 minute, I want to do a recap. This is from Professor Ness, but I'm gonna say three things. Once you're done with with your equipment, you got the audio and everything. Know your purpose, know your audience, second, and your message, and that will lead you to success. Once you got the equipment and you hone on that. With that said, I want to say thanks to everybody for coming in. Thank you for coming in, James.
Thank
The last
you,
thing,
thank you, appreciate
yeah, the
it.
last thing I want to say, put your social media, whatever you want to say to people where they
Uh,
could find you.
Yeah, no, just find me on Twitter at just simply JA, James Apple, or you can just, search James Apple on Twitter. I'm always there. And, if you guys wanna see some more content, just hit my Twitter and, you'll be notified immediately. And thank you again, Louis, for
No,
making me invited to this stream.
no problem, my brother. And the last thing is, if you're part of the Great Crew, don't forget to hit um, like, comment, and do all that. And I'll see you the next week, same time, same channel. Tune in. With that said, much love and peace out, folks.
Peace.